My last day cycling up the east coast. Today I'm off to Barcelona, so I'm going to enjoy this final sunrise and the nice prospect of cycling along the promenade. This is Sitges. We've been coming here for years because we have friends who have an apartment, so we've often stayed at their place, and it's a place with lots of happy memories on the beach, running up and down this promenade and making trips to Barcelona as well. So I'm really thrilled to be back because it's just nice walking along the promenade here rather than cycling. One thing I worry about for my daughter is her getting lonely. She goes to work, so she has people that she meets at work, sort of colleagues, but with colleagues at work there's only so much you share about your life. They are essentially people that you work with and you work as a team to get a job done rather than somebody you just have a natter with. And we wanted our daughter to have this sort of friendship because us as a family can't fulfill every need that she has and need for friendships. So we found this organisation called Gig Buddies, and what they do is they match a neurotypical person with my daughter, and my daughter and her gig buddy, they go out, they play crazy golf, they go to restaurants, maybe they meet at a cafe, or in the summer go to a park, and they share a few hours just talking and interacting and gradually getting to know each other. And this has been going on for a year and a half now, so she thinks of her gig buddy not so much as a gig buddy but actually as a friend, which is something that's really good for my daughter to feel. That was one of the more difficult rides of the trip so far. That and the first one from Tarifa. That was the C31, and it's one of the main roads from Sitges to Barcelona. There's only two roads really. The C32 is even more busy. For the most part, it was very narrow and a lot of it was uphill. Spanish drivers, as a general rule, do give us cyclists 1.5 meters, and they tried to on this stretch, but sometimes it was just tight and it got very narrow, so it was a bit hair raising, but I got down there in the end, and I'm not looking forward to going to Barcelona because it's that same problem of busy roads and being on a bike and driving on the right hand side of the road and not knowing where you're going, so stopping every 5 minutes to look at Google Maps. So wish me luck. The distance today wasn't so great, but there were two long hills. Actually, they weren't the worst in the ride so far because they were just long and gradual, and I could get up them easily enough in a low gear. But the road was one of the worst since Tarifa, simply because there was no other alternative. So it was a main road and cars needed to get past, wanted to get past, and although most of the Spanish drivers did follow their guidelines of 1.5 meters, which actually they're a lot more considerate, I must say, than we are in Britain about cyclists, so that was good. Coming into Barcelona, a bit of a issue, particularly Google Maps, which I was ready to rave about today actually because it had done so well, but then it missed some roadworks and took me through an awkward and dangerous little bit of section there. So yeah, I wasn't happy about that, but I'm here in Barcelona and looking forward to exploring the city for a couple of days. The ride today was fairly straightforward. It was a shorter distance than usual. It was marked by two long climbing hills outside Sitges, but The roads were good, so they weren't the worst hills I've encountered. Summary of day 20. 41 miles covered, which brings the total to 856, leaving 144. But I think this next leg to the Barcelona might be a bit further than that. Total hill climbing wasn't the highest actually, 449 metres, that's 1,473 feet, bringing the total to 8,527 metres climbed, or 27,975 feet. If you have liked this video, please like and subscribe.